law never meant nothing to white people any damn way. You know what I'm saying? But it's about winning a certain kind of support, right? One, through the justness of the content of this law, and two, by holding the state accountable to the fact that they claim to be democracy. Now, where the hell is the democracy? Where's the democracy where 20,000 people signed their petition and the city council turned around and say, we're not gonna do this? So what the hell is the point of saying in your state statute that you need 20,000 signatures in the first place? And more than that, what does that say about your opinion of the people where you got 20,000 signatures in front of your face and you still say you're not going to support it? So all of this serves to expose the real nature of this system and the city council and government, which is that they don't give a damn about the people's interests. It's about the billionaires that put them in office. That's what it's really all about. And we got to get to the core of the matter.
About the bourgeoisie.
Yes. And this is why at the same time, we build our own BCCP commission right here. You know, and part of it will have a wing dedicated to education and housing and other economic issues where the chairman states in the quote that we read in our newsletter, because that's what, if the police do anything, you know what I'm saying, it should be about solving the problems for the people. It should be about housing, education, jobs, you know. That's what the hell needs to be going on. And of course, we need to have a damn apparatus to defend us from these pigs that's always trying to come in and take what we have built. So anyway, the point is that our goal and intent is to get these 20,000 signatures by August of 2020 in time to file for the November 2020 election. That's a very short amount of time. We're going to do our best, which is why we got to build these conferences, get growing numbers of people involved, because the more people, the quicker we can do it, obviously. You know what I mean? The last thing that I want to say before we have discussion is on the question of, so if city council says they're not going to do it despite having 20,000 signatures in their face, the law that stated that, you know, we can read y'all later on the exact words not in this particular screenshot, but we have access to it. We have it. And it says 20,000 is what's needed. The point is, if city council says they're not going to do this, then that is the basis to sue city council or the city of Philadelphia for violating its own state statute. Because according to this part of the law, which the city is supposed to be subordinate to the state statute, if the state says all we need is 20,000, and y'all saying you're not going to do it, but we gave you 20,000, then y'all are breaking the law.
It's going to be a problem.
So, you know, we have organizations that we're in contact with that claim that they do this kind of stuff and they have lawyers and shit, you know. Whether they'll ride with us all the way remains to be seen, but we definitely going to expose that political contradiction, right? And as Conrad reminded me just now, and we wanted to have these other forces from the Black and Brown Workers Collective. I don't know what happened. They said they will be here. I don't know. But either way, they made an important struggle a couple weeks ago where there's this thing called council, right? Where, because right now, in terms of abandoned properties or properties that the city owns, they only need to be sold, right? The city can sell any of its properties, of course, but who they get sold to and how much for is completely up to city council.
Wow.
It's a child, and if they don't want to, they don't have to sell it to you, right? So obviously, they're gonna manipulate the prices and sell them to whoever got them in office and is willing to do other types of favors for them. You know,
they open up another Chinese store,
another
deli down there. They go sell to them for 10.
Or kind
They're not necessarily working.
Right. And these comrades have opened up this struggle, you know, around this question, and they call it, the real term for it called councilmanic prerogative, where legally, at least up to now, legally the city council can move like that, which is, in our view, more evidence of the dictatorial nature of this government, where they don't give a damn about even what their own law said, because that's clearly not democratic, you know, and so all of this really should be taken on as one struggle. And these comrades, Black and Brown Workers Collective, they make a struggle around this question in terms of how city council and Senate the buildings to developers for choice prices in exchange for favors and shit, you know. And this resolution that's in our newsletter, when we talk about the 25% and using abandoned buildings and properties for housing and businesses and schools, etc., for the Black community. So we're saying that this needs to be our response, you know what I mean, to that particular contradiction in terms of city council's ability to do whatever they want.
And
we put a jacket on that.
And they're awarding out the contracts, and that's a whole different thing too. The Black people not getting the contracts.
Yeah.
They award, if they got that kind of power, they're gonna award the contracts out to who is in their back pocket.
Let's talk.
That's really messed up. Really messed up. It's been done already.
Yes,
but it's messed up.
Yes,
that's in every Black community.
Yes,
Orange in New Jersey.
Yes,
talking about that.
Yes,
the community's supposed to be picking the contractors or and they should have a say so. It shouldn't be just that Darryl Clark.
And what is the obligation of the contractors to the community? Because right now, these union contractors, white boys, don't even live in the city, definitely don't live in the hub where these developments are going on. Yeah.
They make all this money, they hire a lot of Mexicans to do the work. But bottom line, in the back room, they're making money deals. They're dealing with the banks. They're dealing with the banks. And a lot of these communities have been redlined from 40, 60 years. A lot of African communities have been redlined. And all of a sudden it's opened up. It's opened up to the Wild West now. Everybody there. Everybody there make buildings. They done made the Met. Look at the Met right there. It used to be all African music, gospel. Now they got Bill Clinton and his wife coming in. You know, it's in the community, man. I mean,
so this is the thing, yo.
They can't do that.
We're gonna continue to build Black community control the police, but I'm really excited about the possibilities around education and housing because this offers us up a larger base of forces to come down with us, the city council, making these demands, you know what I mean? To build a social movement revolving around the issue of reparations, because that's what we really talk about. Give our shit back
and rent control, man. That's just crazy, man. You building all these $1 million properties and forcing the people that live there, and like Charles Barron said, in New York, that he said, remember he was there, he said that he went to the city council, he makes sure that when they do a deal, that they make the housing a certain percentage where people can afford it. Can't just build in this district and not have anything for low income people, you know what I mean?
Especially kicking them out there.
Kicking them out,
But again, what we wrote down there, it says it all. It's very simple. 25%, no more. That's it. The party did it in '84.
The reason why they're doing it, because ain't nobody saying shit about it.
And that's what we have to step up.
Let me make this clear what they're doing. And after they do it, they sending people different places, so you can't say this your community to fight for. About anything that goes on after that.
Darryl said that shit. He said, "Oh, I represent community." No, we're like, no, we represent 5th District. We're the council of the 5th District. Oh no, now they got a bunch of white people in the community now. He don't represent just the Black people who traditionally, that's who was there.
But you know what?
Represent on the business.
And this is an important dynamic because there's a difference between city council borders and police borders. So our approach is the police borders because those are clearly defined along the terms of race and income and shit like that. Whereas Darryl Clark's geographic territory goes down Center City.
It's down.
And they do that on purpose, as you know,
to
dilute the power of this side of his constituency. You know what I'm saying?
That's how
we said we don't care about what your city council we talk about Black community controlled police districts. 22nd district, which is nothing but hood shit.
Right. 32nd district. 32nd, 17.
So on and so forth. So on and so forth. So we had it, and we're gonna wrap up and then have fuller discussion. So
I gotta get ready.
Yes, we're gonna wrap it up. And I guess we are in the discussion period, but we're gonna do another conference in 3 months. I would propose we're gonna have a meeting, and those who have joined can be part of that meeting. We're gonna take this education thing back to the steering committee and try to move this thing forward as fast as possible. So let's have a discussion.